Dmitry Bivol utilizes the jab in a somewhat peculiar way where he launches his whole body forward while shooting it. This almost leaping jab adds a great deal of power to the shot since the weight of his whole body is behind it. You may think he does this with an explosive movement, but Bivol executes this effortlessly, and this is due to him first building a rhythm, shifting his weight back and forth. This helps him build momentum so that when he shoots the leaping power jab, the startup is carried by that momentum of his rhythm. This results in the punch having maximum power with minimal energy expended. Typically, you see boxers execute the jab by exploding from a neutral boxing stance. Since this is done without momentum, like Bivol's leaping power jab, this jab will not only have less power, but will require more explosive energy starting from a full stop. So you might be thinking, well then why doesn't everyone throw the jab like Bivol? And the answer is quite simple. Boxing is as tactical as it is technical. If your opponent has even a sliver of ring IQ, then they will see you build your rhythm, get a feel of it, and time your punches with counters, or simply avoid the punch. Bivol is very good at using this sparingly and at the right moments, such as when his opponents are taking a breather at long distance. The truly genius trick Bivol creates from this is that he conditions you to expect this jab when he builds a rhythm, then he switches the punch to a leaping left hook around the guard. You see, as Barrera is trying to create distance, Bivol feints the left hand like a jab, and this tricks Barrera into parrying a jab that never comes. And as you see, Bivol then switches the motion to a hook right around the guard, catching Barrera clean. Against Joe Smith Jr., Bivol's going to shoot the leaping left jab early in the round, and then later in the round we see the same thing. Joe Smith is in a high guard expecting a straight punch, and Bivol switches it to a hook midway through the motion, completely catching him clean. You see, Bivol starts the motion like he's going to throw a jab, and if he sees you defend against it, he switches the motion midway into a hook around the guard. You see, landing punches on trained boxers oftentimes requires deceiving them first, and this jab-hook mix-up is a simple yet genius way Bivol does this. And to add on top of that, Bivol has the ability to shoot the leaping jab and then hook off of it as a combination. See, what this does is the first jab will make his opponent think that another straight punch is coming as a follow-up, and then he hooks around, creating a straight punch, looping punch combination. And we see this is a combo that he practices for. And this reminds me of the same mix-up Floyd Mayweather uses, where he mixes up his jab to the body along with a leaping left hook to the head. The beginning of both of these motions look exactly the same, and this keeps his opponents confused as to which punch is coming, just like Bivol mixing up the leaping power jab with his leaping hook. In both cases, Mayweather and Bivol's opponents are left guessing which punch to defend, and the defense for one punch leaves an opening for the other. And that's going to do it for this one. If you want to try this out in sparring, I must emphasize to make the beginning of each punch look the same. If you pull it off, you could make your sparring partner endlessly confused, like someone who makes it to the end of a video on the hub. And as always, thank you all for watching, and thank you to my GOAT tier patrons for supporting the channel again: Jason Maheenan, Grant Gabriel, Albert Chen, Jeff, Dmitry Drozdov, and Andre. You guys keep the channel going, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.